Hey, Joe Soto here, and now we're going to discuss how to quickly analyze and assess your prospects' marketing. And primarily online. You're going to look at their website, their SEO, their advertising, their social media, and you're going to be able to make recommendations based on what you find. I'm going to show you and walk you through what you should be looking for, and then also how you should present those findings. To start with, I think it's one of the best foot in the door strategies for a consultant, for a digital marketer, to get them in the door in front of a customer. And you can sell this, by the way, is by offering what's called a marketing assessment. Some people call it a marketing audit. I prefer the word assessment actually over audit, but you can call it whatever you want. You might want to call it a marketing evaluation. And you could sell this for, say, for example, $50 all the way up to $500 for small to medium-sized businesses. You could sell it for much more to larger companies, by the way. Talk about that in a minute. Or you can also offer it for free to get you the initial discovery meeting, which is your first appointment with your client. However, you might give them an abbreviated format or form of it, or just a small report of it with some general ideas that they could need work and some suggestions to improve. So that way it can get you, again, that appointment where you can give them more information. But here's the good news. With all of I'm going to show you today, you can actually take this information and be able to create your own one-day strategy, one-day consulting session, okay? In another lesson, we'll talk about how do you sell a strategy day. But in this lesson, I just want you to know that you can do it. You can have a strategy session where you sell a one-day consulting gig, and the client will pay you $5,000 to $20,000. The reason why I say $5,000 to $20,000 is because that's kind of our fee range. If we have clients that have been with us for a while and we're taking on another department or taking another division, or maybe it's somebody who's been referred by somebody, we'll charge as little as $5,000 sometimes for a full day. If our average rate though for that is about $10,000. If they want us to go to them, it's $20,000 plus airfare, first class tickets. But this is where you report your findings and make your recommendations. And really you can then give them like a roadmap that they should go down. Now, they may have a whole team that can execute and fix some of the things that you're going to suggest that they fix. And believe it or not, whatever it is you identify in these reports from these tools I'm going to show you, they probably aren't using these tools or not as many of them. And they're, unfortunately, their teams, it's amazing how many of these marketing teams don't really care. They don't really spend a lot of time digging in to improve their company's business. And if you're talking to a small to medium-sized business that does not have a marketing team or a department, then they're even more lost. There's an old saying that in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. You don't have to know a lot more than a marketing team or a lot more than a business owner in order to help them. You need to know a little bit more. And when you know a little bit more that can actually help them, they're going to really find that valuable. So don't underestimate what you can charge. Marketing assessment steps. And by the way, I've seen some people charge up to $100,000 for those presentation reports of findings. Marketing assessment steps. You're going to analyze their website. You're going to analyze their SEO. You're going to analyze their advertising. You're going to analyze their social media. I'll show you the fun ways to do all that because some people hate the word analyze. And you can do a lot of this manually, but you can also leverage some powerful tools that do it for you. It's the beauty of it. I love tools that just spit out reports that look, really interesting and give helpful recommendations on our behalf and make us look real smart. So here's what you're looking for if you're looking at a website, okay? You want to know, is it search engine optimized? SEO, right, for short. There are some great tools to quickly create SEO audit reports for websites that we're going to review. You're looking to see, is it optimized for conversion? Are they collecting people's emails when they land on the website? Is it leading people into a customer journey? Do they have a sales funnel that then brings them to the website? Most likely not. Mostly, almost everyone is very good at driving some sort of traffic to their site, but they all stink at converting that website. That's why they need funnels. Is there an indication of list building at all? Opt-in, newsletter, anything. You're going to look for that stuff, okay? Now, beyond that, I'm going to give you some more things to look at in a minute. We're going to go live and look at a potential client online, but let's get to know some of the tools first. For keyword research, everyone should have Keywords Everywhere downloaded. It's free. I think they are starting to charge now when it becomes a lot, but you can install this right on your Chrome. Hopefully you're using Chrome or Firefox, but And then every time you search, it'll show potential keywords and the search volume and the cost per clicks and competitive information. That's going to be really useful for you to be able to see when you're searching. So get that, by the way. But one of my new favorite places that's free that you can use to do a little bit of keyword research is Uber Suggest. It's Neil Patel's new tool. You can Google it, Uber Suggest. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. It'll show you very quickly what Google Keyword Planner does. It takes a little longer to get to that though. This is like really uber fast. It's not. It doesn't have a price associated with it right now because he's offering it for free as of this video, and it's got quite a bit of good stuff. You almost don't need these other tools I'm going to recommend to you, but I would encourage you to take a look at them, particularly when you're trying to do a more complete SEO audit. And so one of my favorite tools has been for years, is SEMrush. And you see it says all-in-one marketing toolkit. And the reason why is you put a website in there and it gives you in-depth reports and analysis of the website and of the SEO. Okay, it's very good. It's sufficient to spit out reports that businesses will appreciate and also help you identify areas of their weakness. Another really popular one is Ahrefs. They are also like an all-in-one, similar to SEMrush. They have a few different analytics that they spit out that SEMrush does not. I think they're a little bit more robust and it gives you a little bit more data, but I think SEMrush for most people is going to be enough. But it's worth looking into. Another really simple one is SEO. It's is it Optimer, SEO Timer? I don't know how to pronounce that, but you can go to that.com and it spits out a really fast audit for you as well. Pretty good if you want a fast, simple one to use. But we're going to go and look at them in a minute. Website traffic and ads analysis. This is going to blow your mind for those of you who don't use this already. SimilarWeb is like, it should be bookmarked on everybody's computer. This is where you can put in a website and you can get immediate insights for any website or app, and you can get really cool insights like you can tell, obviously some traffic data. That stuff you can also get from SEMrush. But I think I use SimilarWeb more than I use any other tool that I'm showing you. That's how important it is. You can see estimated visitors. You can see where they're getting their traffic from: direct, referrals, paid, social media, display ads, from email, etc. Again, I'm going to give you a live example of that in a moment. You can see whether their traffic is up or down. Why is that good? Because you can say, listen, I see your web traffic's been down 20% over the last 6 months. Would you like to fix that? Would you like to get that changed? Would you like to reverse that and get into the positive? Let's increase your traffic and then let's increase your conversion. It'll also show you the top referring websites to a particular site, which is awesome. It'll also show you if they're doing display advertising, like on Google Display Ads, it'll actually show you the ads and show you what they look like. You can click on Show the Ads and see those right there, okay? Very cool. You can also evaluate their ads, of course, if they're advertising on Facebook, where you can also see if they're retargeting. You just go to facebook.com/ad/library or Google Facebook ad library, and you'll find their site where you could put in any web Facebook page and see if they're doing any current advertising, and you can see all their ads. It's a great place to go, particularly if you know people who are advertising, who you want to emulate or model, and you want to go see what's working and swipe those ads and be able to look at them. You also can use a heat map software if you want to go this far. And I think if you're going to do strategy days, you'd want to do this, where you can show people where people are spending time on their website. This actually tracks where a mouse is hovering, the cursor, the most on somebody's website. So it says, look at, most people seem to be hovering around this area of your website. They're spending a lot of time on this content, on this information, and it tracks, it tracks what people are doing. It's awesome, really awesome. Okay, what are you looking for on their social media? You're looking to see if they're posting content daily. It should be daily. If they're not, tell them that. Listen, you should be posting content daily. Why? Not just because Gary Vee says or Ty says or anybody else, but because you want to have the most opportunities to get in front of your potential customers on a daily basis, not once in a while. You want to do it consistently every single day. And they want to be doing it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and there's probably a few other places they might benefit from, whether that's TikTok or Twitter or Snapchat. But for the most part, the big four, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, people should have daily content on it, business owners. And so the reason why they don't is they're either confused by it and don't really know how to do it effectively, or they need a paradigm shift to why they need to be doing it. They need to be motivated and incentivized to why they should be doing it. How would you grade their content? If you had to get, I grade content all the time. I always say, listen, I looked at your content, I'm going to give you a B minus, and here's why. And you take that authority with them. Are they using video? Are they getting engagement? This is the stuff you're looking for. And what are they looking for on their social media, right? Or what are you looking for in their social media? That's beyond what I just shared with you. You want to see if they're advertising. Are they advertising on Facebook or Instagram? And what are they doing well? And write that down. What could they be improving upon? Write that down. That becomes part of what you're going to report back to them, is your subjective opinion on what they're doing well, what they could be improving on, and what your recommendations would be. And what are they missing out on? Maybe they're totally missing out on retargeting. Maybe you saw they're doing Facebook ads, but they're not retargeting on Instagram and Facebook, and they're not retargeting on YouTube. Or maybe they're using Google, but they're not using YouTube, which is in the same ad platform. They could be doing that. Maybe they haven't even started with video yet. And you're like, wow, this is a big missing piece that they're missing, because video is the 2020, most important content activity people should be taking in their business. If you don't have these two Chrome apps, download it on your website or your Chrome on your browsers right now. Do it. Go to the Chrome store or just Google Facebook Pixel Helper and download it. Why? So that way you can see whether or not people have a pixel installed on their Facebook or on their websites. Why is that important? That tells you whether or not they're tracking website visitors that they could then also retarget and send Facebook ad traffic to. Imagine launching a Facebook ad and the only people that see it are people who visited your website. That's what I say to clients. Would you like that? They say yes. Now, would you like it that every time they visited your website, you could actually track whether they go to different pages and with different interests in different services or products that you have, and you could have retargeting ads that remarket to those people, those site visitors, just on those specific areas of interest? Yes, I would love that. Great. That's something I want to help advise you on, and maybe can point you in the right direction to get done for you. Tag Assistant by Google helps you see whether or not somebody has Google Analytics installed, whether or not they're using Google Ads, whether or not they have retargeting tags on there. Gives you an indication of how much. Some people will just have a Tag Assistant, but they're only doing, they only have Google Analytics tracking on there, and they're doing no retargeting and no ads. So it gives you some indication. So make sure you download both. And let's go look online real quick. I'm going to take you boom, 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 right online, and let's go take a look. Okay, so let's say I was looking up, my business was, I'm targeting e-commerce companies, and I'm targeting, let's just say for sake of an example, I'm targeting e-commerce companies that sell supplements, health and wellness supplements. And so I'm looking for a company that offers raw acai powder or just acai powder. So I typed in acai powder, and first I'm going to do some keyword research. I want to see how much they pay per click for this on Google. Now I can see if I type this in, Neil here tells me on Uber Suggest. This is Uber Suggest, by the way. Just type it into Google. It's free. You just have to log in with your Google account. But you can see here that it's difficult. Paid difficulty means a lot of competition. Not as much competition on the SEO front, which tells you they have an opportunity to improve their SEO and win some wars or some battles in the war. But I also can see they're spending 55 cents per click, half a dollar per click, okay? That's a lot, okay? So now I go to Google, and I already did some of this before our lesson, so I could go through this quickly, you don't have to wait for internet. And I type in acai powder, and you can do this on your own side too, okay? And I saw here the second Google ad, see it says add and add, okay? And by the way, if I scroll down, you see more people advertising. There's 3 more ads down here. Freeze-dried acai powder, Sun Food, and freeze-dried. Now, but I just clicked on the second one. The second one is this company here. And it took me to this page. Now, one thing I notice, because I have the Pixel Helper on my Chrome browser, is that they don't have a Facebook code or Facebook pixel on this website. That tells me that they're sending all this traffic at 55 cents per click to their website, but they're not retargeting that traffic with other ads. So when their site visitors land on this acai powder and go, I'm not interested, and they leave, they never see that traffic again. What are they going to do? They're going to leave and they're going to go back and click on one of the competitors. And so what I say to the client is, would it be important to you, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe you rate the importance to you. How important would it be for you to be able to follow up with that site traffic in the form of other types of advertising on Facebook, Instagram, etc., or YouTube? They said, well, that'd be really great. Because right now you're spending 55 cents a click, maybe thousands of dollars per month, sending all this traffic to your website. And then when they bounce off, like 90% of the people bounce, probably more, you don't ever have a chance to follow up with them. And following up is probably important to you and customers, right? Yes. Okay, great. So they're missing that. So I'd one thing I'd evaluate. I'd also evaluate that, there's nothing here that really incentivizes somebody to give them their information. Just contact us. There's no pricing. They're not selling anything right from this site. That's insane. 55 cents a click. Instead, at the very least, it should have a, top 10 reasons, top 10 ways that, not all organic acai powder is equal and what you should know about it, something like that. Give me your email and download the free report today, or why organic acai powder, not all organic acai powder is the same. 3 ways to tell the difference and know you're buying with a reputable company. Like, I want to download that if I'm in the market for acai powder. I'm like, there's so much competition, right? There's ways to get people into a funnel here that they're not leveraging. So it's not a very well optimized web page either. It's not built for conversion. So one conversion strategy they're missing is the traffic conversion strategy, which you're not retargeting your traffic. But bringing them back to this web page probably isn't going to get people very excited. They need a full e-commerce funnel. Okay, I also can dive into SEMrush, and I can see that some information here. See how many backlinks they have, how many people are linking to their site. I can see how many ads that they have out there and what their search performance is. I can go to SimilarWeb, and I put them into SimilarWeb. See their website up here. I can see that, here's the cool thing. I can see their traffic is down almost 35% from last month. So I could do an email outreach to this company and say, listen, Jim, I noticed that your website traffic is down by 34.68% from last month. That would be my email to them. Would you be interested in learning how I would turn that around for you without you having to spend an extra $1 on advertising? Let me know. Reply to this email. That would be my email outreach. If you're watching this and you're like, how do I prospect? How do I find clients? I just told you how I would do it. Okay, I would send that to someone. I might even write them a flipping letter, like a real mail letter, and be like, and give them a screenshot of just this and a report and say, look, I noticed. Let's scroll down and look at this. Okay, in the United States, the volume that you're getting from the United States is down 45%. I also noticed that you're getting no traffic to your website through social media and very little through email. And I can help turn that all around for you, because the nice parts about social and email is that can be free for you and lower your paid percentage if you're interested in hearing more about how we would recommend doing that. And how you do that, by the way, is you start taking the traffic they're getting and you convert those into leads, like emails. Let's get emails. Now we can build an email list that we can market to, and that list becomes very valuable. It's an asset, and then the traffic for driving ads can go down. That money can go down as your email list gets bigger. Make sense? It's pretty simple stuff, but most people don't do it. You could also, by the way, go to Page Speed Insights and analyze how fast a website's loading and why is that important. Yes, for customer experience when they're shopping or they're on a website and browsing, but it's mainly because Google will SEO optimize them to a higher rank if their website is blazing fast. And so there's some different suggestions that this site can give you to increase your website speed that you could put in your report to your client. Hopefully you're following this. I know I'm going fast. Okay, so isn't that cool how we went online? All right, so what's the last step? You write your recommendations. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it does have to be valuable with concrete recommendations that can actually help them. A simple outline on Word will work, 2 to 5 pages. Add a few screenshots with arrows. You can include reports generated from the tools. You also can create a Google Drive folder, upload all the reports, and then share that folder with them after you present the findings. Okay, when I say after you present the findings, when you get them on a phone call, on a meeting, on a Zoom meeting, and you present the findings to them. Don't give it to them ahead of time, because then they don't need to meet with you. You need to be able to walk them through and explain and make recommendations. And for implementation, you can refer them to Profit Index or an outsourced agency. They can do the work. You can set up to earn a referral or a commission or a fee if you're not going to do any of the work yourself. But pretty simple stuff. So that's like my quick run through on how you quickly analyze all this. When you get to know the tools, you'll see that the reporting is pretty extensive. And you can't mess this up if you're following the lead on this. If you have questions, you can find me at joesoto.net. You can also go to @josephsoto on Instagram, and I'm here to help.